Yeah, recognizing our 7th and 8th grade clarinets there's a little clarinet feature in the middle of that one. So our second piece takes a little bit of explanation. Kachina, chant, and spirit dance. Now, kachinas are typically small dolls and representative of the Pueblo Indian culture's ideas of mythology. A kachina could be the kachina of the sky, or the earth, or the grass. So they have over 500 different kachinas. So this is an adventure into a different culture's music. Composer Anne McGinty took some of the themes of Pueblo songs that she had recorded and put them, little snippets of it together. This was one of our band festival pieces that we played for adjudication. So what you're going to hear is a lot of different things. The chant, I told them, is kind of like a mystical conjuring, something that's very interesting, like you're around the fire and you're allowing the smoke to rise. And then, of course, the spirit dance is the idea of a celebration. So this is a really interesting piece. I think they kind of like it. They may or may not admit it, but they do seem to like to play it. So you're going to find it's a little different than your average band piece. So we hope you enjoy it.
Go Riley! Go Aiden!
All right. Okay, our last piece in our three that we're playing tonight is entitled Legend of the Eagles. And this is one of our concert works for Band Festival. And these two works back to back represent kind of the things that we like for bands to show at Band Festival. Can they play with different instruments in the lead? Can they play as a group? Can we play fast stuff? Can we play slow stuff? The last piece was very different than this one. This is what we call an overture. That's where we take different kinds of tunes and kind of jam them all together in one piece. So this is an overture by David Schaefer. After our performance, I'll have them stand, and if you were here for the 5th and 6th grade, we took a pause and made the kids stand there for a minute so you can get a decent picture, okay? So we will do so at the end of this. So make sure as soon as we're done, we'll give you a second, get down to the front and all that good sort of stuff, and then we'll let you get a good picture of it. And if I'm in the way, just tell me which direction, okay, to move. So this is Legend of the Eagles, and Mr. Derby is filling in for an absence tonight. We're very thankful that he's going to play with a snare drum for us. So yeah, we didn't have that tall of an 8th grader this year, but we're very thankful for Mr. Derby to be here. All right, Legend of the Eagles.
Hey, get your hands at your sides. All right, put your masks down if you're comfortable. And everybody smile. Here we go. Keep smiling.
Thank you, ladies.
Here we go. We got movement in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, parents. Have a seat. Okay. We're gonna get the high school band started here. Yeah, you can just lift or stand up. Just remember the wind comes up.
Marla dropped her mask. She dropped her mask.
Everybody concert F real quick. I just want to double check the kids. Get started. Here we go. Concert F. Good. Now remember, your instruments don't move off of the okay. So Make sure that you heat it back up by blowing motivation. Preferably without. Okay. All right. I got to move this for the guard. Yeah. But I might take some other. All right. Now we're good.
Hi and welcome. My name is Matt Burton. I'm the assistant principal at the high school. Okay. There we go. Thank you. First, standing over there, the first thing that pops in my mind is fortunate. We are very fortunate to be here tonight. Very fortunate to have you guys here tonight. Very fortunate to have our high school band out here. For those that were here a little earlier, very fortunate to hear our middle school band. They sounded amazing. Very good, Mr. Cross. Thank you. Also, as a school district, we're very fortunate to have our several members of our school board here. We have Mr. Alberger, Mrs. Janice Dorderline, Mrs. Margaret Hoffman, Mr. Patrick Lewis, and we have Mr. Krimmel, our superintendent, here as well. Mr. Lucas Savage is here as well, our high school principal. We thank you guys all for coming. A couple things while we're here, everyone please wearing our masks while we still have to. Adhering to the 6 foot social distancing protocol, as well as just making sure I'm hitting everything. That's it. But please stay seated while the performance is going on. And with all that, a great welcome to Mr. Cross and our high school band tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Fertney. And I'm just going to do this. It's so much easier to understand. We're going to get started with something a little different. We have a great group that's been working really hard, and they're going to perform for you first. We got started in January, very late January, with our new color guard program. And instead of working on things for, well, outdoor, we started working on things that we can do to learn some basic skills. So our color guard program started with 2 very, very strong individuals from the fall that were our captains, so to speak, and we did a recruitment plan, and here you see them. We have unfortunately one student who is in quarantine tonight, but we obviously have grown just a little bit, so we really appreciate the work and effort of our color guard instructor and elementary music teacher Gabrielle Vogler. So give her a hand. So a good welcome. She's community as I am. And we're going to do one song for you. This is something they've been working on for them to build skills, and it kind of has a nice message. And I feel like when we have our color guard and they're enjoying what they do, the song Welcome Home means a lot. So this group was going to perform for the parade. We hope that the city of Carlton will continue with their preparations for the Memorial Day parade. They'll be in that performing with the high school band, and you'll get a little preview of that here in a little bit. But here is our new high school color guard program under the direction of Gabrielle Vogler.
Welcome home. Welcome home. I need you here. The walls will be up to the nights we promise you. All this time, everything was fine. The things we let the sky.
Thank you, Color Guard, for being here tonight. And you'll get another chance to see them in the parade on May 31st. And thank you, Mrs. Vogler. All right, we are ready for some band music. So let's get started. We are going to start with the Torch of Liberty. This is a standard march by Carl King. As I told the middle school parents, we didn't have a ton of time because of all of the things that we have been through since late December. I didn't even get to meet these kids until after 2 weeks of being online with them. It was a very weird situation. So one of the things I wanted to do, instead of playing a bunch of pop music that they already have heard and done, is go back to the standards, get ready for a band festival. And in this case, there's nothing more standard than a band playing a march. So this is a Carl King march, which means it has a little bit of that circus feel to it. So you'll hear some of that, but it's a very patriotic piece. Hope you enjoy it. as I told many others tonight is kind of a beginning. Yes, it's the end of coming up on the end of our school year, but it's our first concert that we've been able to do together. So we're very excited about that. This is just the start. And with that comes a little bit of demonstration, a little bit of discussion, I think, of why we do what we do. I mean, we could have easily stayed inside and, not had a concert and that kind of thing, but that's not what it's about. And what it's about is trying to push these students to be their very best. And one of the things we want to demonstrate for you tonight is why music matters. Why take band? Why take choir? Why take any of the arts? I mean, after all, I would say maybe one or two of these students might go into the arts programs. Why have all of them do it? So that's kind of what we're looking at here. We're going to play a simple piece that we play for warm-ups. It's a chorale. A chorale, I was telling them, is a hymn without words. So it has no religious meaning. It's just lifted right out of the hymnal. And without words, we play the notes. It's a great way for us to hear each other, really listen, get in tune, that kind of thing. So I want to play it for you, and then we'll get into a little more of the discussion. But I want you really listening to the sound of the ensemble and what they can do. It's supposed to kind of sound like an organ with wind instruments. We're going to aim our best, especially outside, to do that. But I want you to hear the nice clarity they have, because that's going to come up in just a second. So a nice hymn, or a chorale is what we call them in band. Now, we've worked on it. They've promised me that was their best 100% performance. Now, in the arts, many of us, when we hear an artist online, or I remember a couple New Years ago when one of our artists in the freezing cold, forgot the words, and there are still people talking about that sort of thing online. So we kind of have a hard time as artists sometimes being able to produce. And one of the things that relates art with what they do in other classrooms every day is aiming for that 100%. So they promised me that was their best version of 100%. Most of you out there, if your student comes home and they have all A's, how many of you are pretty excited if that happened? Okay, I'm sure many of you. So what's an A? An A is, we can go as 93% here, is that correct? 93 and up. So what we did is a little experiment. What would an A sound like? We are aiming for A+, because that's what I believe I'm here to do, is to push these students to find that A+. And once upon a time, a band director and a drum corps director did that for me, and I want to do that for these kids. So what would happen if we didn't aim for it? What if we just got that 93, 94% like we do in math class? We talked about in math class, it only affects them, and an A is great. So we're going to allow them, and they have sworn on their instrument they're going to do this the right way. We're going to allow them 6% error on that same piece. We're going to play that piece with an A. And I want you to see the difference immediately. Okay, we're not going to try to make it comical. They've certified to me that they understand why we're doing this. And at first it was very comical, as you can imagine. But I want you to listen to the difference. They are allowed 2 to 3, couple people have enough that they can actually miss 4 notes. So let's see what an A sounds like in band.
Okay. Now,
Yes, please don't applaud for that. Do you hear the difference, I hope? And the first time we did it, some of them it was pretty humorous. But that's what we're talking about. When we play the next 2 pieces, we were working on them for band adjudication. And the piece Exaltation is one that's on the band director's list that we can choose from for us to be able to perform at band festival. So we talked about, what do judges listen for? What are the best bands going to be working towards? And we talked about 5 categories and how pretty much if you get A's in all 5 categories, you're rest assured to be in the top groups in the state. So that's our goal, is to push them to be their best. I hope that you can hear the difference between the 2. And I know my mother is not on live stream right now. She would be the one coming home going, I heard them the same. I don't know what your director was talking about, but yep, I hope you can hear the difference for that. That's what we're aiming for. And we're going to now play a concert piece that I hope you'll enjoy. It's an overture, meaning that there's several different pieces of different styles put together in one long work. I played this piece in high school. It's been around a while. No, not when dinosaurs roamed the earth, but it's been around a while, and we would like to present this to you. Exaltation, an overture for band by James Swearingen. Now, as with all of the younger bands, we will give the parents a chance to take a picture of this ensemble at the end. So after this piece of music, if you have a camera and you'd like to come down here and take a picture, we will stand by for just a minute. They're high school kids, you better be fast. Now, our next piece of music is one that we have truly enjoyed. In fact, they chose it. So they asked for a chance to have a say in the band festival music. So I listed a bunch of selections. We listened to them. This one, 2 out of 3 wanted to play this one, according to the Google form. So we had an opportunity to put this together. It has a little bit of explanation to it. It's called Iron and Ice, a Viking Adventure. Sounds kind of interesting already. So what it is if you've ever seen How to Train Your Dragon or Vikings on the History Channel, there's this kind of resurge of interest in the Viking culture out of Norway and Denmark and the rest of Scandinavia. And so the composer Randall Standridge said, I don't want to duplicate what other composers have done. I want to try to do my own thing, but make it kind of sound like some of the movie music that has already gone into Viking stories. So this is a simple non-movie-like theme, but it is programmatic in the idea that it is a couple sections. The first section is we go out to sea as Vikings in search of an adventure. However, we get to dense fog and ice and lots of dense ice and fog as we go through, I would say, kind of a scary section there. But however, we've come through, and once again, we're on the sea, and we come to a village where, yes, you will hear them raid the village. It's kind of fun. And then we go back out to sea for our next adventure. So you're going to hear what's called programmatic music without an actual story. So you come up with the story in your mind as you're listening to this incredibly fun piece to work with. Get them while you can. Here we go.
All right, smile. Smile. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're sitting. Here we go. All right.
Eighth graders and high school band members, please come to the track. Can't believe high school kids are this shy. Come on. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do a preview of Memorial Day for you. So we've got 2 songs we're going to do. So as they're setting up, just a couple things that we want to cover. First off, at the table when you came in, there were sign-up sheets. We ask that every parent in the future, as we come out of this gosh awful pandemic, will sign up for one thing to do with our band program. That could be you help out on a uniform night. All right, so one of the things we're going to be doing is getting new uniforms. We need parents to help with that. We are going to be doing things such as hauling a trailer. By the way, this is the new band and school district trailer parked here. Thanks to Mr. Krimmel and the district for providing that for us. So give them a hand because that thing showed up for our use. And today we were able to pull all this stuff you see all the way over here in basically one trip. So that's been really helpful. A couple thank yous before we get to our last couple songs here for you. First off, I can't do this alone. There is no way. And first, if you haven't given a hand to Mr. Derby, who's been running sound, playing snare drum tonight, filling in, conducting, please give Mr. Derby a hand. He's now, Now, the second group of people are our boosters. Our boosters have been active all day. We've had some people here today getting those QR scan codes, making all kinds of things happen in behind the scenes today. So give Stacy Nunn and our boosters a big hand. We can't do it without them. There's been so much dropping in some folks that have some things going. Maury Martin's up in the press booth doing some video and also streaming when it doesn't kick out and everything, because we're out here in the press box, and we're so happy to have him here. You'll see some posts on Facebook later, I'm sure. Thank you, Maury. And a huge thank you to our administration. I know they're out here and about and have been extremely supportive today. I would pick up the phone and text some folks, and things just happened today. I can't be more happy to be here because that happened, and they are in support of what we are doing as a band. I can't stress that enough. So I'm going to put the mic down. That's probably worth some applause right there. But, I'm happy to be here with you folks. I certainly hope that you will come out and hear the band march in the parade if everything goes right and according to plan. We will be right back here in our concert hall, the stadium, for graduation. The band will play for that. And maybe a couple other things we have up our sleeve. We're still working on a couple of them. So we're going to start with asking everyone to rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Colin. No more. There we go. No more. No more. There we go. Now I think I can see some drum. Here we go. Stop. And for our final piece tonight, our parade tune for Memorial Day this year is America the Beautiful, arranged by Bob Cotter and conducted by senior drum major Bridget Bruce.
Thank you everyone for coming tonight. One of the things we need to do as a band family is we need some help tonight because it took us about 2 hours to get everything set up. And with a little of your help and a little bit of your students' help, we can actually get it back to the rooms pretty quickly. So we do ask if you can pitch in, that would be a great help. Our new trailer takes all of the percussion equipment. Our middle school students can take the stands back to Wagner Cafeteria. And if we have some help from our administration on those doors to get in, that'd be helpful. Our high school students, if we can get everything back to that room, okay, we'll be out of here in no time. Really appreciate the support from this community for this concert tonight. I certainly hope that I get a chance to finally meet everyone now that we've all been able to get out of our houses. Thank you so much and have a safe drive home. Go grab a music stand after you put your stuff away. Please follow directions. Thank you.